Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FSEconomy with me, Heard 37. Well, I'm finally back. I'll tell you about this in just a second. First off, our flight, we're going to be flying, jump back into the 404 Titan. I love that plane. This one's by Alabeo, and that's because I was kind of looking over here, over at KSJT. That's like a honeypot. I think I've showed you this not too long ago, actually. This place has just an insane amount of jobs. And it's not like even a huge place. Look at all those jobs, nice amount of planes. And I happened to see, over here, there was a, I thought it was, yeah, there it is. Our Skyhawk is over at this place, KUVA. And so I checked this place out, just to see if I wanted to fly my Skyhawk. And I saw there was a Titan there that we could rent. So I was like, heck yeah. And it was going over to KSJT, so it's like even better. Because, I mean, that place is just a honeypot. KUVA, that is Van Ormy, Texas. Going back to KSJT, San Angelo, Texas. Like I said, in the Titan, we got 8 people. We can hold 9. We've got 8 for this one. Pays pretty good there. $7,064. 1,528 pounds worth of people. 8 total assignments. The plane's got 58% of fuel. So that's plenty. As you can see, it uses, what, 30 gallons an hour? So that's almost 7 hours worth of fuel. So that's way more than we even need. Now, I'm finally getting back into this. I was trying to do a flight about 3 days ago, and it was in the Grand Caravan. And I don't know what it is, but every time in FSEconomy, I try to use the Caravan. It seems like something goes wrong. Occasionally, I'll get some good flights in. But, man, I don't know what it is about that plane. So it was KPVD. Up in Rhode Island and Providence, going down to Seagas, which is in Brooklyn, New York. Actually, the airport is actually closed down now. It's actually the first municipal airport, I believe, in New York City. But it's actually closed down now, but you can still fly out of there in, FSX and everything. So I'm getting ready to take off, and I look over in my laptop. I keep it plugged in, and all of a sudden it says, like, less than 10% power. I'm like, what the hell? And all of a sudden it shuts off, and it's like, great, there goes my laptop. I couldn't get any power to it. It found out I got a cord in today. It was the adapter, like the battery pack and everything. So I finally got that in. I got some new SATA cables. So I think I fixed my hard drive in this computer. It unmounts sometimes. So I think we've got some things fixed. It's just that daggone Caravan. Every time I'm in that Caravan, it seems like something wants to go wrong. But it looks like the laptop's fine. It's all fired up. Thank God. I don't want to. There's no way I can buy a new laptop. So if that goes bad, I got to use fraps, and that can cause a few bit of problems. Plus, it makes huge, absolutely abnormally huge files. So I don't want to do that. Let's look over here at FS Commander. A little bit of a rant. Over here, KUVA, Garner. What was it? Van Ormy, Texas. So with the wind coming out of the northeast, we're going to take off on runway 33. That's a heading of 329 degrees. Up to San Angelo. You can see the wind is coming out of the north. So we'll go out, come around and land on runway 36. Heading there of 001 degrees. Airport elevation is 1,916 feet. So, yeah, we'll come over the runway, turn around to the right, and get into the traffic pattern. Actually, I was looking the other day at traffic patterns. I think we're actually coming in too high when we go across the runway. The pattern is flown at 1,000, and I've been going, like, over 1,000 feet above that. And you actually don't have to go quite... I think I've actually been going quite higher over that. They say, like, 500 to 1,000 feet. So maybe we'll come in at, like, 2,000 feet AGL, 1,000 feet over the traffic pattern. And get into the pattern. So that's the plan. And I guess with that, we can go ahead and get in the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are in the Titan. As you can hear, it's running. I got it in here and I just realized, I forgot, I have procedures for this. However, the thing is running, so I'm kind of feeling like, if it's running, let's just kind of go with it. Next time I fly it, I'll use procedures. It's just so easy. It's running. You know what I mean? I'll go ahead and turn on some stuff here, though. Pitot heat and stall heater coming on. Prop anti-ice. Let's turn on some lights here. I can never remember, is anti-collision, so that is considered actually strobe lights, I guess, in some planes. So that's good to know. Defroster, oxygen? Oh, oxygen. Prop sync, I didn't even know we had prop sync on this plane. So you start using procedure in other planes and find stuff you gotta take on and off, and then you start looking at other switches on other planes. It's like, daggone, I didn't know that plane had that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the star flight. Please add 11,148 pounds. Whoa. Let me do one thing real quick. Alright, everybody, I just remembered when I did up my set up the flight, I forgot to put in the fuel and the payload. However, FSEconomy can seem to put in the fuel, it just can't do the payload for some reasons. So I canceled it. I'll hit start again. Alright, so please add 109. So we're really close there. So ignore that. And we're going. That's good. There we go. So let's get all this. I set the flight up for like 7,500 feet. Could go higher, I guess, if we went in, but I'll put it right here at 75 for the alert. Let's look over here at the GPS. I'm going to switch it over to GPS. See if I can get these messages off. There they go off. I gotta remember which one is the autopilot and everything. Which panel? That's, I guess, panel 1. And I can't get you off. There we go. 2. There's the GPS, and with the messages still on. I don't know why some planes do that. And I don't like that the freaking you can touch it all over the place, all around. There, let's go. Let's go. 1,200. That is in there. Turn that to standby. Alright, I don't know if there's a tower here. Nope. Alright, so a runway for takeoff. We're gonna go on 33. So let's announce our taxi.
Uniform Victor Alpha traffic Cessna November 90258 Zulu is taxiing to runway 33.
Heading 329. So we'll go ahead and put that in. 329, and let's find our taxi lights. I already turned the taxi light on. Man, I just hit everything. Almost like I'm spazzing out right now. Alright. Parking brake coming off. I really don't... I'm thinking the runway's over here, but I'm not totally for sure. Alright. Brake is off. Let's go find our runway. Took a little more power than I thought it would. We're gonna go ahead and bring her back a little bit. Oh, that's probably going to be the runway A. So we'll taxi over to the right. Looks like the closest way to get to it. No, that is the wrong way, actually. I think we're gonna have to go to the other end, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So let's go ahead and turn back. No, it couldn't be that close. You know we can't get it that good. So we'll go on that taxiway right there, and hopefully there will be enough runway left. If not, we'll have to go all the way down there. So nice, what is that, CRJ or whatever? Aerosoft just came out, I believe, with a new CRJ. That's gonna be sweet. Because, I mean, I like that plane, but the default one and everything just doesn't... None of the default planes are doing anything for me, you know? But that and, I think they've already got, like, Learjets and stuff out, too. In fact, that might be our next plane, FS Passenger, something like a Learjet. Although, I don't think we have the money for it. So we might have to get something like a King Air. Either the 200 or 350, if we even have money for that. Because I don't even think we can get up to, like, was it the 1900D, I think it is? Which is like a passenger plane that, I guess, regional airlines use. But I don't even know if we have money for that, so it could be kind of dicey. Although those, when you step into those kind of planes, you know, we can do long flights and bring in a good amount of money. Yeah, you know what? I'm just not convinced that there's enough runway there. We gotta go out to the right. Ooh. I don't think there's enough runway there. So it looks like we'll cross over and taxi on down. I think what sucks about that is I bet we're gonna have to go, is that even, I think, yeah, that's our runway. I'm afraid that there's gonna be no intersections down here. We're gonna have to go clear down to the end. Yeah, but like I say, with a Learjet or something, because right now we're in the Twin Otter, and I mean it's a great plane and everything, and we've been into some other good planes. None of them have quite the range of like a Learjet or something like that, or even a King Air. Because we've been kind of deking around the Caribbean, which has been a heck of a lot of fun, I gotta say. We're just exploring that whole area. The thing is, the flights are so short, you know, we don't make a whole lot of money, even though there have been a ton of them. But you know, you can get a Learjet, go from Venezuela, or where? There is another place right north of Aruba. I mean, you can get in that and go from Aruba to America, no problem, I'm sure. You can't do that. I don't know that you could actually do that in a Twin Otter. It's got such a shorter range. So we can do some longer flights with that. That'll bring in a heck of a lot of money, which is what we need in FS Patcher. It's kind of like what was Sprint prohibiting, you know, moving up into the larger planes and being in the Caribbean and exploring it and taking those short flights. But like I say, I don't regret it because it's been so much fun. Although we are nearing the end of it. Can't even remember the last flight. We've already been past Barbados. So there shouldn't be too many left in that series. It's a never-ending series, though. It's kind of like all the series: Air Hauler 2, FSEconomy, FS Patchers. They kind of never end. I could end, Air Hauler, but I have so much fun with that, and people seem to still love it and fly in the bigger planes. So I guess I'll keep that. The only time I would ever end that is like an Air Hauler 2 when we start flying the huge planes, because that's what the point of Air Hauler is right now. We can't fly them in Air Hauler 2 because we haven't gotten that to that point. So in Air Hauler though, we can keep on flying them. Alright, this is runway 33. I've already got the heading put in. Come up here, tell everybody that we're taking off. I'm not gonna mess with the run-up either. Doing the whole mag check and everything. I'm not even sure if you do a mag check in this plane, to be quite honest. I don't think you do. I'm not totally for sure of that, so don't quote me on that. I'm not even sure, do you turn on the fuel pumps on takeoff? So I'm not even sure about that. Anyhow, let's go ahead and tell everyone we're heading out to the north.
Kilo Uniform Victor Alpha Traffic Cessna November.
We'll go outside and spin around a couple times.
Runway 33, departure to the north.
Help take care of some of the ground gremlins. I thought we got one when we went down to that panel. That probably took care of it though. Get over here. Landing lights. Anti-collision, which is the strobe. I'm just kind of thinking, I think that's it for here. Flaps. I guess say it looks good. Mute my mic for 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Flaps are extended. It's on altitude. I'm not sure what the other one is. I didn't know there was one even past altitude. Alright. Looks like we got enough room here. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Airspeed's alive. now let's go ahead and rotate. Positive rate. Gear is coming up. Can't exactly hear it. Alright, we're past 100 knots, so I'm going to go ahead and retract the flaps. Make sure that that gear is up. I could barely hear it, so I just want to make sure of that. Pitch it down a little bit. Bring back the power. See, one of the things, good about the procedures is I'm kind of looking over here at the prop RPM, and it's actually a yellow arc right there, which is where we're at, which is kind of like almost kind of concerning. Because I don't know the proper prop RPM, obviously. Alright, nav, we're on GPS, so that'll follow that. I'll just use the pitch over here. We're climbing it right around 1,000 feet. So I'm going to keep it around there. You know what? Turning your autopilot on helps a lot, too. Unreal. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. Down here at Texas, kind of what I kind of figured. Almost kind of deserty. Just little grassy areas. Not a bad sized town, really. Was it Van Horry, Texas? That's not the airport we were just at. KUVA. Alright, let's go ahead and bring the props back. I'm going to put it at 90. See, they're still in the yellow arc. By the way, I want to look at that transponder. Oh, that's test, I do believe. Let's go ahead and bring the mixture back to 90 as well. We can turn that on if I can remember how to turn it on. I can't even remember how to turn it on. Maybe it didn't even turn on. I can't even recall, to be quite honest. That would be it. Standby, test on. Although I don't see any need for it, to be quite honest. Everything looks good. Alright, we're already coming up to 5,500. Like I said, we'll probably stop around 7,500. And as you can see, we've got 126 miles to go. So it's a reasonably short flight. Let's go ahead and bring this back even more. Put it at 70. Also, that should help us not burn too much fuel. Keep it cheaper. By the way, where prop sync, I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. I know from flying the Duke, we turned that on, and we actually have fuel pumps on, usually on takeoff, so that'll be kind of interesting. I've never used the procedures for this plane before. So like I say, next time, we'll be able to fly it a little more, I guess you could say, realistically. I kind of like to sit up more in the seats as well. Change that view. 1,000 feet to go to our altitude. I don't know where San Angelo is. I don't know if it's probably going to stay deserty like that. There's nothing to really look at, although I gotta say the textures look cool. We're at openLC North America. South America just came out, by the way. That's like the missing thing. I think the only thing missing now would be like Africa. I'm not sure if they'll ever do in Africa. Bring back the power a little bit. Pitch down. Because remember, we gotta hit the altitude to hold. It doesn't hold it itself. Here we go, coming up on it. And 7,500. We'll hold here. Let's see what I've got this at. 67%. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to bring these back to 80. I probably should do it differently. I'm using the middle mouse wheel. The middle mouse wheel does it thinks about like 5% on a lot of these planes. So it'd probably be best to like do it smoother. Really should do that. You can hear the engines come up a little bit as we lean these out a little more. I'm going to put them right there at 40%. That's where I want them. These are at 80%. It's right on the edge of the yellow mark, so I'm not sure if that's necessarily good or bad. I'm going to go ahead and reset my view. Bring these back. We're at 338. Yeah, it's only 119 miles to go. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and speed on up for just a minute, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, slowed her down to normal speed, and we're 11 miles out. Let's go ahead, let me get this off the screen for right now. Yeah, see, San Angelo is going to have a tower. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So we can't really, tell everybody where we are. Because we don't want to use that tower. There's the blank, that's the airport, I guess, right over there. I'm guessing there's another one just beyond it. Like that would probably be over there. Going down to 3,900 feet, that'll put us, let's see, 2,000 above, 1,000 above the traffic pattern, like we wanted to come in. And so I'm going to go ahead and set this course to the runway heading, which is 001. There we go. Reset my altimeter real quick. Come down to 5,000. Go ahead and put this at, what, 80%? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put the props full forward. You can see how I should probably do it slow and smooth, because that just, I probably in real life probably just shear those off. 1,000 feet to go. I'm going to go ahead and put those full rich. And let's get the prop sync off. Make sure that's it. What was, I can't even remember what this was. That's that flashing one. So I wasn't able to find out exactly what that was. We're on heading mode, obviously, by the way. Yeah, that's probably that other one. Yeah, what is that? I'd have to go all... I'm gonna go ahead and go down there. Find out what that is. Cabin... ventilation fan. Let me bring that up so we can see. Use the autopilot a little easier. Easier than having to look down there. So those runways flash, you can see each of them. That will be our runway right there. I'm not sure if we should come more over at 90 from that. I'm not sure that it matters. Like I said, 3,900 feet. I was afraid there we were going to miss that. Still got 300 feet to go. I'm going to go ahead and reset the altimeter once more. And another 100 feet, and we'll go ahead and stop her. Right there. Just a little more power. Just we're going to be leveling off. I'm going to go ahead and lower the gear. Bring the power down just a little bit. Slow down. Now that we're beyond it, I think beyond it enough, because remember the traffic pattern extends out to what, a half mile to a mile. So with that, we can go ahead and get on back on down. Which should be 2,900 feet. Altitude hold can come off. Power can come down. We'll start pitching down. And we'll turn around. We can come in 45 degrees by about a heading of about 136. So let's see, what will 136 put us at? It's hard, because, I mean, in real life you can turn around and look and everything. I think it's a little bit harder simming. So we may have gotten a little too far down. To be honest, we're pretty much needing to turn already. It should be 181. I think he actually, I think when it hit the track pattern about the middle, we probably really didn't go out far enough. You know what? We didn't go out near far enough. We're on the wrong side of the freaking runway. Unreal. See, like I say, in real life, I guess it'd be easier because we're on the wrong. We need to be on the other side. I'm not going to cross back over it because we're supposedly in the pattern. Yeah, that was a really crappy job by me. I should have let it go out further so we could get a better look. Yeah, I butchered that. I admit that. I was really more looking at that other runway, and that wasn't even ours. Am I looking at the altimeter wrong? No, I'm not. We were gonna get into the path. We needed to come down quicker as well, because we wanted to be at 2,900 in the pattern. You can see we're just now hitting 3,000. And we're gonna let it go out a little further, because obviously with the turn, we didn't do that so well. Didn't do so hot this light. Like I say, I'm trying to learn traffic patterns and stuff, so I'm just working on it. Hold there at 2,900, increase the power a bit. And then we'll turn for our heading of landing is, like I said, 001. Just want to make sure that we are, in fact, past it far enough so we can make a better approach. Don't want any crap like what we just did. Alright, let's go ahead and turn now. I'm going to bring back the power a bit. .001. We're at a decent speed. We'll bring the power back just a little bit to help us start slowing down, though. We'll probably have to come back out to the right a little bit, I would imagine, to get back in line with her. Yeah, 001. I'm gonna flight director. Whoops. Autopilot can come off. Alright, plane is mine. Gonna go ahead and flaps out. As you can see, we're a little high. We're at about 90 knots. Or 110, sorry. Alright, we're at full flaps. Still high. Or come down a bit. Increase the power because we don't want to descend too quick. Right there at 900 feet a minute, which I know is quicker than the descent rate we want. But it was alright to get down. Still getting on the power a little bit. That speedo is freaking out. A little more on the power. I have a feeling we're kind of pitching up a little bit. Yeah, I started flaring and pitched up way before we needed to. Kind of wobbly down here. Probably scorched the brakes. I wanted to try and make that taxiway. I had to get off it. Go ahead and retract my flaps. Yeah, I think we were coming in a bit fast and everything. Well, I didn't want to have to taxi onto another runway. We're getting all kinds of flashes. I wonder if buffer pulls is off. But something seems weird. Actually, I think this looks like there's a taxiway here. Nice, there is. KSJT. Man, what an airport. So many jobs here. It's crazy. Alright, landing lights can come off. Strobes as well. Make sure that got recorded. It did, so we can stop her. Alright. Nah, not the way I wanted to land that thing. Came in a little fast, which caused us to float. I actually got off the power too soon. I guess with the twins, you're supposed to fly a little more down to the airport, or down to the ground, but we were coming in so fast, went ahead and got off it. We still floated. I'm pretty sure we were pitched up because of that. I'll turn on this next one. I'm not really... looks like maybe general aviation should technically be at the other end. We're gonna park it right here. We got a bunch of people. Yeah, right next to was that 737? I can't tell. Looks like it to me. Although I'm not very good at identifying some of those aircraft. 737s and the A320s look alike to me. I can only usually tell a 737 from the front of its engine, how it's got that, it's not perfectly circular or anything. Alright, stop her right here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that parking brake on FSEconomy, can grab it. Taxi light can come off. Alright, that looks like that's got it. Let's go ahead and turn all the electronics off. Altimeter could go off as well. I'm not even sure where the power button is on that thing. Not sure if it does it even have a power button. That kind of dimmed it at least. Let's come down over here. Pitot heat and stall heat can come off. Let's get the electronics off of the avionics bus. Prop heat can come off. I'll leave that on since we don't have a beacon. Cut the fuel. Now the nav can come off. Generators. And actually, I guess what those weren't the generators, were they? Magnetos. Those are the mags. The generators are here with the battery. All right, let's go ahead and go over to FSEconomy and get ourselves paid. All right, everybody. Good paying flight here. $7,064. We're in the airplane for an hour and 6 minutes at $566 an hour. Cost us $624.96. Used $139.03 worth of fuel. $706.40 for the ground crew fee. $565.12 for the booking fee. Additional costs were $1,410.55. I lost $74.14 on the distance bonus. So the total earnings for the flight, $4,954.35. Which will all go to the group. You can see $714.35 to YT Flyers, $42.40 to me. But like I said, all goes to the group. By the way, thank you for Tucker. I had those jobs from Providence down to Brooklyn and back, and I couldn't get them, and I think Tucker took at least part of it, so thank you for Tucker. He's been flying a ton, and he got those jobs. Thank you very much. That FSE community area came in real handy. Being able to post in there. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the bank. See, I've gotten a lot of cash too because somebody else keeps renting that Grand Caravan. I love that. They fly that thing almost every day. I love it. Set my cash to 10. Set this one to 10. So much easier now that I fucking remember that. $119,893 plus $63,866 plus the 20 grand. 203 grand. Man, we're over 2/3 of the way there now. That feels really good. Over 2/3 of the way. Hopefully those planes are still available around 300 grand. Also, as always, leave a comment on what kind of plane you'd like us to get next. Just remember, it needs to cost around 300, maybe up to 400 grand. Something I wish we could all fly. But that's where we stand right now, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy this video, and I will catch you guys on the next flight.